Aries, the unrelenting force of the Zodiac, the spark that ignites the entire astrological wheel. But what if I told you there isn't just one Aries, but three? Each one a different breed of fire, shaped by cosmic forces and mythic power. You might know Aries as bold, impulsive, and driven by raw passion. But not every Aries charges headfirst into battle the same way. Some lead with unshakable courage, others blaze trails with charisma, and a rare few walk the line between wisdom and chaos. These differences are no accident. They are the mark of the Decans. Today, we pull back the curtain and reveal which Aries you truly are. By the end, you'll understand why your fire burns the way it does, and why no two rams are ever the same. Let's dive into the Decans of Aries and unleash the warrior within. First Decan, March 21 to March 30. Welcome to the raw, untamed core of Aries. If you were born in the first Decan, you embody Aries in its purest, most primal form. This is Aries ruled entirely by Mars, the god of war, action, and unapologetic ambition. You are the trailblazer, the first to act, the one who doesn't wait for permission. Strength surges through you like a wildfire, relentless, daring, and unstoppable. When a challenge arises, hesitation isn't part of your vocabulary. You thrive in the heat of competition, driven by a hunger to conquer and carve out new paths. People gravitate to your leadership because you radiate confidence, and your fearless energy lights up any room you enter. But with this raw fire comes a challenge. Control. Your impulsive nature can lead to burnout, and patience is often your greatest adversary. When obstacles slow you down, frustration ignites faster than you'd like to admit. Relationships, projects, and goals can sometimes feel fleeting because once the initial spark fades, you're already looking for the next fire to chase. In mythology, this Decan channels the spirit of Ares, the Greek god of war. Ares wasn't known for subtlety. He charged headfirst into battle, driven by instinct and adrenaline. And much like him, you were born to act. The lesson for first Decan Aries? Victory isn't just about starting strong. It's about staying in the fight until the very end. Your fire burns hottest, but learning to wield it with precision will transform you from a warrior into a commander, someone who not only fights, but leads armies. Second Decan, March 31 to April 9. If the first Decan is the raw warrior, the second Decan is the rising star. Born under the influence of the sun, this Aries radiates charisma, confidence, and a hunger for recognition. You are not just here to fight, you're here to shine, captivate, and leave an undeniable mark wherever you go. Your fire burns differently. It isn't wild and uncontrollable. It's bright, consistent, and magnetic. You walk into a room, and people notice. There's a performer's flair to the second Decan Aries, a need to express and command attention. You thrive in leadership roles, not just because you can handle them, but because you believe you were born for them. Strength comes from your unshakable self-belief. While others doubt, you charge forward with a sense of destiny. The stage, the spotlight, the front lines. These are your natural habitats. Whether in career, relationships, or personal goals, you are driven to excel and be seen. But this solar glow comes with shadows. The desire for praise can sometimes morph into arrogance. You risk overcommitting, pushing yourself to exhaustion in the pursuit of admiration. And when recognition doesn't come as quickly as you'd like, frustration and doubt can creep in. In mythology, the second Decan of Aries channels the energy of Helios, the radiant sun god who drove his chariot across the sky, commanding light for all to see. Just like Helios, you were born to rise. But beware of flying too close to the sun. The lesson for the second Decan Aries is balance. Shine brightly, but remember that even the sun sets. And that's not a failure, it's part of the cycle. You are the beacon, the Aries who leads with light. When you learn to temper pride with humility, you become not just a star, but a constellation, guiding others with unwavering brilliance. Third Decan, April 10 to April 19. The third Decan of Aries isn't just a warrior, they are a seeker, a visionary. If you were born in this Decan, your Aries fire is infused with the expansive and adventurous influence of Jupiter. This combination creates a bold explorer, someone driven not only by ambition, but by the hunger for knowledge, growth, and new horizons. You are the Aries who looks beyond the battlefield. While others chase victories in the present, you set your sights on the future. Adventure, risk, and discovery fuel your spirit. You thrive when pursuing grand ideas, whether it's launching bold projects, traveling to unknown lands, or engaging in philosophical quests. The third Decan Aries isn't content with the ordinary. You crave the extraordinary. Your strength lies in your optimism and fearlessness. Challenges that make others hesitate only excite you. You carry a contagious enthusiasm, inspiring those around you to dream bigger and aim higher. Unlike the first Decan's impulsiveness or the second Decan's need for recognition, your drive stems from purpose, the sense that there is always something greater just beyond the horizon. But with this boundless fire comes a risk, restlessness. You may find yourself constantly chasing the next goal, leaving projects unfinished or feeling unfulfilled even after success. Stability can feel like a cage, and if you're not careful, you might spread yourself too thin, always chasing but never arriving. In mythology, the third Decan of Aries channels the spirit of Zeus, the king of the gods who ruled the heavens but was never content to sit idly on his throne. Zeus sought expansion, new conquests, and knowledge of all realms, much like you. The lesson for the third Decan Aries? The journey matters as much as the destination. Ground your wild ambitions in focus, and you'll not only conquer worlds, but build legacies. You are the fire that seeks new skies, the adventurer Aries who leads with both courage and vision. When you embrace patience and see each step as part of the bigger picture, you become unstoppable, a true master of both the physical and spiritual realms. Life and ambitions. Aries may be the sign of action, but how each Decan approaches ambition is a story of fire told in three distinct ways. The first Decan Aries charges into life like a warrior on the battlefield, driven by the thrill of immediate results. For them, ambition is not a long-term game. It's a series of victories won in the present moment. Their fire burns brightest at the start of any project, but once the initial rush fades, they can lose interest, often leaving unfinished ventures in their wake. Their path to success lies in learning the power of persistence, understanding that true conquest isn't just about starting strong, but staying until the final flag is raised. The second Decan Aries, on the other hand, approaches ambition with flair and calculation. Success isn't just about personal satisfaction, it's about recognition. They are natural-born leaders who seek positions of influence, often excelling in careers that put them in the public eye. Whether climbing the corporate ladder, performing, or becoming entrepreneurs, these Aries crave visibility and admiration. But this hunger for acknowledgement can sometimes lead them to overextend, taking on more than they can handle in an attempt to impress. Their journey is about balancing pride with sustainability, realizing that true leadership shines brightest when fueled by purpose, not just applause. The third Decan Aries strides forward with a different kind of ambition, one rooted in exploration and expansion. These are the visionaries, driven not by immediate gains or public praise, but by a desire to grow and experience life to the fullest. Their ambitions often stretch across multiple fields. They are the risk-takers, the adventurers, and the entrepreneurs who aren't afraid to think big. But this hunger for the next horizon can lead to restlessness, causing them to abandon projects prematurely in pursuit of the next great idea. Grounding their ambitions in focus and seeing things through to completion is the key to turning their dreams into lasting achievements. While their methods differ, Aries across all three Decans share one undeniable truth. They will not stand still while the world moves around them. Whether charging headfirst, shining in the spotlight, or chasing distant horizons, Aries always moves forward. Emotions and expression. Emotions for Aries are not gentle whispers. They are roaring flames that demand to be felt. But the way each Aries Decan experiences and expresses these emotions varies, adding layers to how they navigate their inner world. The first Decan Aries feels emotions like lightning, sudden, intense, and impossible to ignore. Anger flashes quickly, but so does excitement, love, and joy. There is no filter, no hesitation. If they're upset, the world knows it. If they're thrilled, everyone feels the rush. They live in the now emotionally, rarely holding on to feelings longer than necessary. This makes them refreshingly honest, but sometimes reckless, leaving emotional debris in their path. Learning to slow down and process feelings before reacting can help them avoid unnecessary conflict and deepen connections. For the second Decan Aries, emotions are grand performances, woven into the fabric of their charisma and magnetism. Every feeling is amplified, often to dramatic effect, whether intentionally or not. They don't just experience emotions, they express them vividly, drawing others into their highs and lows. This makes them captivating but can lead to emotional burnout, as they might exhaust themselves by constantly being on display. There's power in learning that not every emotion needs an audience. Sometimes the greatest strength lies in quiet vulnerability. The third Decan Aries holds their emotions like hidden treasures, revealing them only when the time feels right. While they appear outwardly optimistic and driven, their emotional world runs deeper, often shaped by introspection and reflection. They may not be as quick to express anger or excitement as the other Decans, but when they do, it carries weight and significance. This ability to contain and channel their feelings can make them powerful leaders, but it can also lead to isolation if they keep too much hidden. For them, opening up and trusting others with their emotions is the path to richer, more meaningful relationships. Whether explosive, theatrical, or introspective, Aries' emotional fire is undeniable, but how they wield it shapes the intensity and impact of their personal and professional lives. Love and relationships. When it comes to love, Aries doesn't hesitate. They dive in head first, driven by passion and instinct. But the way each Decan experiences romance and relationships reveals striking differences in how they give and receive love. The first Decan Aries approaches love like a battlefield, intense, fast, and all-consuming. They are passionate lovers, often swept up by the thrill of the chase. For them, attraction ignites in an instant, and they pursue their romantic interests with unrelenting confidence. However, this urgency can sometimes lead to burnout in relationships. Once the initial excitement fades, they may feel restless, seeking the next spark. Their challenge lies in nurturing steadiness and patience, recognizing that love isn't just about adrenaline, but also the quiet moments that deepen bonds over time. The second Decan Aries loves with grandeur and flair. Romance, for them, is a stage where they perform as both the hero and the lover, crafting experiences filled with passion and dramatic gestures. They crave attention and admiration from their partners, thriving in relationships where they feel seen and adored. However, this Decan can sometimes overinflate emotional situations, creating unnecessary tension or drama to keep the flames alive. Their path to lasting love is learning that true connection doesn't always require fireworks. Sometimes it's found in the steady glow of mutual respect and authenticity. The third Decan Aries approaches love like an epic journey. For them, relationships are not just about passion, but growth, adventure, and shared experiences. They seek partners who can match their desire for excitement and exploration, valuing intellectual and emotional compatibility. While their adventurous spirit makes them exhilarating companions, they can struggle with commitment, fearing that stability might limit their freedom. For these Aries, the greatest romantic lesson is understanding that love doesn't have to confine. It can be the foundation that supports their boundless pursuit of new horizons. In love, all Aries burn brightly, but the way they nurture their flames defines the longevity and depth of their relationships. Whether they're warriors, performers, or explorers, Aries brings heat to every romantic connection, and it's rarely forgotten. Conclusion. Aries is not just one fire. It is a spectrum of flames, each Decan burning with its own intensity and purpose. From the fearless warrior to the magnetic performer and the visionary explorer, Aries reveals that strength, ambition, and passion come in many forms. Understanding the Decans isn't just about knowing astrology. It's about unlocking the deeper layers of who you are and the potential that lies within. Which Decan of Aries resonates with you the most? Are you the unstoppable trailblazer, the radiant star, or the eternal seeker? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If this video lit a spark in you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the Zodiac. Your journey through the stars is just beginning, and we'll be right here to guide you every step of the way. Until next time, keep the fire burning.